going on, everybody? Welcome into the Bulls Report. My name is Patrick Siepman. And after the last few games where Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic have been playing very good basketball, I think the trade rumors around those two, are heating up. So coming up on today's show, go over their season so far, talk about some destinations for each of these guys, and just overall talk about the future of this Bulls franchise. But before we dive into that, first off, I want to say thank you guys so much to everybody who's hit that sub button over the last 28 days. Shout out to y'all. But we are closing in on 10,500 subscribers here on the channel. If you guys haven't already, we just need 136 more of you guys to hit that sub button. Please do so. If you guys just want to stay up to date around the latest around your Chicago Bulls, hit that sub button today. All right, let's talk about it. Trade coming. So ESPN put out an article, I think it was about a week and a half ago now, saying the Bulls are expected to shop Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic at the NBA trade deadline. And I think if you just watch the way the Bulls have played this season, I feel like they're almost doing the best job possible to putting out the best tape for these two. Like, very similar to the NFL. Like, last week of the preseason, you'll see some of these teams, before they're about to cut a player, make him a focal point of the offense or defense just to try to up his trade value a little bit. I think the Bulls are doing that this year with LaVine and Vooch, just on a way bigger scale. Now, I will say this for all the fans who, for some reason, want this Bulls team to make a third straight play-in tournament appearance. Don't get fooled by this. I understand the numbers I'm about to show you are about to look really good for each of these guys, but still, when these two players are the focal point of your basketball team, focal point of your offense, you will be a below-average team in the NBA. I mean, LaVine, this year, numbers, they look good. Like, not going to lie to you guys, 21.5 points per game, 50% from the field, 42% from downtown. Like, if you just showed a non-Bulls fan these numbers, like, they're probably saying, man, LaVine is carrying this basketball team. And I just still think his impact on winning, there's still a lot left to be desired. And, even the advanced numbers, they look good. I mean, catch and shoot three-point percentage, 50%. Pull-up three-point percentage. He's taking 4.5 a game. That's at 38.5%. Pull-up midi, around 56%. Less than 10 feet, 60%. Like, he is efficient in every aspect of the game. But, guys, we knew this. We knew Zach LaVine was a very talented basketball player. We knew he could score at all three levels. But still, yet again, the Bulls. I mean, people are acting like the Bulls just beat the Celtics last night, from what I'm hearing on Twitter. Oh, if the Bulls stay healthy, they're going to be a dangerous team in the play-in. Again, what do you guys want? Do you guys want play-in at tournament appearances, or do you guys want to compete for championships? Like, raise your expectation as being a Bulls fan, because I'm sick of being in purgatory. And still, every video, I try to turn it a certain way, but it all gets back to the Bulls just refusing to, address change. So we got 5 places where Zach LaVine could go. I think number one by far. Like, it is number one and a huge gap. We got to go with the Lakers. I think this makes a whole lot of sense for the Lakers. They could also dump D'Angelo Russell's contract to us. And I don't think the Bulls would need to attach any first-round picks. Lakers number one for me. I think they make the most sense. Now, the team I've been talking about a lot this offseason trading for LaVine has been the Spurs. They definitely need a 3-level scorer in that backcourt. And, we talk about LaVine's terrible contract, him not being a leader, him not being, too good of a defensive player. Like, the Spurs can mask some of that. Like, they have Wemby still on the rookie contract. He's obviously a great defensive anchor. In terms of being a leader, you'd be in the Spurs culture. I don't think that would be an issue whatsoever. So I got the Spurs at 2. Then I'm going to put a sneaky one. Actually, the team the Bulls beat last night, the Detroit Pistons. They're actually playing good basketball this season. I understand they're still only 7-9, but maybe they're looking at LaVine as like, hey, we're going to be in play-in tournament team. Let's just get LaVine for that play-in tournament. Maybe we shock a team and upset them, and then we're in the first round of the playoffs. So keep your eyes out on the Pistons. They also got the Heat. I think the Heat are a lot less likely now because of the emergence of Tyler Hero over the first month of the season. Tyler Hero's been playing his freaking tail off. Shout out to Buzzcut Hero. But I would say the Heat would have been a better choice before the season started, but I don't think they're going to have that much interest in LaVine. And then the last one, the Magic, like maybe for this, like maybe they just want an upgrade at that KCP spot. But again, point being here, I had a tough time coming up with 5 teams to trade for Zach LaVine. Like, I had the Lakers, I had the Spurs, and then Pistons, Heat, Magic. I don't even think those guys are even picking up the phone for a LaVine trade, but I still think if he's going to get dealt anywhere, it's probably going to be the Lakers. But I want to ask you guys this. Hate asking this, but I felt myself, and I hate that I was feeling like this. I was pissed off the Bulls won last night. Like I was. Like I want them to lose every game for the rest of the season. I want them to have the best chance to get Cooper Flag because unless you have a top 12 player in the league, you really don't have a chance to win a championship. And I think Flag or even a guy like Ace Bailey or VJ Edgecombe, like they got a potential to be that. So I'll ask you guys this. Do you want the Bulls to win games? I know, loser question. Don't tear me up too bad in the comments section, but I'll ask you guys that. Do you guys want the Bulls to win games? Y for yes and for no. Now coming up next, go over Vooch as I'm about to show you guys his stats. They look like he is a top 10 player in the league. We'll show those in a second, but we'll have to talk about the Bulls trading Vooch. But before we do so, got to give a massive shout out to today's sponsor. That's being Prize Picks. If you guys download the Prize Picks app today and sign up today, you guys will get $50 instantly after you create your first $5 lineup. But make sure you plug in promo code CLNS. Now, what is Prize Picks? Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over millions of members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. Now, Prize Picks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike on other apps, it's just you against the numbers. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Now, if you guys want to add more juice to it, whether it's a Bulls game, Bears are taking on the Vikings this weekend, or even a Blackhawks game, they have it all covered at Prize Picks. So download the app, give them a look, and trust me, you guys won't regret it. And you guys get $50 instantly if you head to prizepicks.com/CLNS, plug in promo code CLNS, and get $50 instantly. And you guys don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It is guaranteed. But massive shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. Prize Picks, run your game. All right, let's talk about Voochie Man here. Vooch, what a start to the year. I will give him his flowers. And I think it's really just him being efficient from beyond the arc. Like if he was shooting, and I know this is a dumb hypothetical, but let's just say he was shooting 35% from three, like he would necessarily be having a terrible year. Most of his shot diet comes from beyond the arc. He is just a stretch five that doesn't defend, but I'll give him credit. He rebounds well. I think he's an underrated playmaker at the 5 spot, but, I mean, the numbers are ridiculous, guys. Like, 21 points a game, 60% from the field, 48% from downtown. Like, that's just unbelievable stuff from Vooch, and honestly, it goes further than that. Let me pull this up for you guys real quick. His catch-and-shoot field goal percentage this year from three-pointers is 50%. His pull-up midi is 56, less than 10 feet. 60%. So he's been efficient in every aspect of the game. So let's go over some teams that could trade for him. Who could be calling for Nikola Vucevic? Number one has to be the New Orleans Pelicans. Rough start for the year for them. I don't know if they would be willing to give up any draft capital in this trade, but maybe it's like a little Brandon Ingram Vooch swap, or I don't know. Maybe it could get weird, but we've had reports come out that the Pelicans are interested in a center. Golden State Warriors, off to a great start to the season, but they definitely need more talent, so maybe Vooch could be, you know, I don't know how he would fit in their offense. Constant movement, lots of off ball there. But he can play stretch five, and I actually do think he would be an underrated, like, kind of dribble handoff and pop guy. We know the Warriors go to that action a whole lot, so I'll put the Warriors at 2 there. Number 3, I'm going to throw the Spurs back in there. I just have the idea of the Spurs running a Vooch-Wemby front court. I actually love that combination. If I'm the Spurs, Greg Popovich, for some reason, anybody's watching this video, please trade for Vooch. I actually think it would work out for your franchise. So I got the Spurs at 4. Then unlikely one here, but I am going to put the Knicks. They got Cat at the 5 spot, but if Mitchell Robinson's injury bug, continues to haunt him, maybe they could be in the center market. But again, I don't think the Knicks are that likely. Another team, I don't want to guarantee this. I would bet that the Bulls and Lakers have a trade here before the deadline. I think Vooch makes a lot of sense there. Same reason why I think Wemby and Vooch would make sense. Vooch and AD, I think it's just a yin and yang with their games that I'm a big fan of, but those are my 5 for Vooch. And yeah, I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say around Nikola Vucevic, but that's about it, man. I'm still in the same camp that the Bulls need to, really blow this team up. If, what's the like, what do you want? You want to be good or you want to be great? Like, I'll still get back to that. Like, the Bulls can beat the Pistons. We can shock the New York Knicks and win a random game there, but still, guys, this is a 6-9 basketball team who's squaring off with the Bucks tomorrow. You're going to be 6-10. It's just time to sell. It's time to move on. I want to root for wins too. It's just not the time for the Bulls. And that's the bad part about the NBA, because when you're bad in the NBA, you can be bad for a while. It's not like the NFL where if you just draft a quarterback, it can change the whole trajectory of a franchise. Not the case in the league. So, hey, if you guys made it to the end, give me a C red down below in the comment section, and we'll see you guys next time. Go Bulls.